Could be difficult. Nice to have a seasoned pro like Duncan Robinson shooting jumpers, and like that one is right down the middle.
Well, you know,
good thing he wasn't short from the corner the other night. The winning streak would not be intact. Nice block by Paul Reed on the Chicago drive by Isaac Okoro. Nick Vucevic doubles to Okoro. Boots from in front. That's about 99% of the time that's going in. Bulls with Okoro, Buzelis, Vucevic, Kevin Huerter, and Trey Jones.
Okay, so George, let me amend what I just said.
Another for Duncan Robinson, a couple of threes already. Javonte Green with Ron Holland, Paul Reed, Duncan Robinson, and Dennis Jenkins for the Pistons. How about that? Paul noticed it last year. He takes great advantage of his minutes. Not only helps himself, but he helps the team. Huerter to the basket for the Bulls. First to Buzelis. Buzelis to the basket for a score. If they can make jumpers somewhere else. Ron Holland got a shot blocked. And Huerter finds Jones for Javonte Green, but he throws it away. And Javon Carter's there for an easy deuce. Duncan Robinson. Sideline of LeVert, inside for Tolu. Nice poke away by Patrick Williams, but Tolu got it back and scored it. LeVert to the baseline. In front to Tolu, got him a dunk. Nice setup by Karras. Rare miss. Here's Carter with a basketball for the Bulls. Top side to Smith. Long gun goes for Jalen Smith. Here comes Karras LeVert. Stop and go to the baseline. Tolu hands off to Duncan Robinson. Straight on three is through for Duncan Robinson. Off to Dalen Terry. From the corner, Dosunmu triples. Duncan works against Okoro as we start the second. Dennis Jenkins is back. Dennis to the baseline. Bounces in front to Tolu Smith. Got him a half dunk by Carter, but recovered by Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson drives, leads, scoops off the square. A finger roll off the square. Trey Jones to Carter for three. There he is. Bulls go deep. Vucevic calls for it on top. Huerter leaves it inside against Paul Reed. Clock at 10 for Vucevic. Hooks it and hits it. Good observation, Special K. Here's a swipe. Passed on the shot. Dosunmu drives. Buzelis drives. Top side for Dosunmu, and a three is through. Exactly. Here's Dennis Jenkins. Dennis over Vucevic with a shot. Sticks it. Patrick Williams with a clock at 5. Vucevic sets the screen. Patrick Williams with a quick pass for Dosunmu. Missed the three. Buzelis follows it up nicely and fills it up.
And you know, there are a lot of guys, I believe, around George in the league and in the G League that if given the opportunity, you see a lot more of this kind of stuff. How about the Bulls going zone here?
Trying to figure this out.
Yeah.
Duncan Robinson over the zone. Rattles it home. Another three.
For the most part, they've kept it in the double-digit area.
It's 59-50 Pistons. Karras LeVert to the basket. Nice double clutch deuce. Dennis Jenkins keeps the dribble, backs up with 7 on the clock. Now he'll take it to the lane, turn, fire and fill it up. Trey Jones with the drive and a miss. Tolu Smith boards it. Karras LeVert has it in forecourt. He's going to the basket. Back up bound. That's Ron Holland. Here's a swipe by Trey Jones. Got to the basket for a lay-in. See what Trey Jones can do about it. Huerter to the lane. Quick shot. Around and down. Buzelis away with it. Buzelis to the basket. His shot's around and off. Tapped in, though, by Isaac. Buzelis to the lane. Wow, lays it up lefty and in. Paul Reed down deep. Tried to power it up, got to bat it back at him. He got it back. Dennis Jenkins. Ron Holland, nice lob to Paul Reed for a dunk. Patrick Williams outside for Jones. Isaac Okoro on the sideline of Isumu. Back outside Okoro to the basket with some power there and a score.
Yeah, he did.
Chaz Lanier gives it back to Paul.
Notice they were up on Paul Reed, right?
That time they were, yes. Javonte Green to the basket. Guess who got the rebound? Paul Reed. Dennis Jenkins. Karis LeVert driving to the basket for a jam. A drive and dunk. Karis LeVert to forecourt. Outside to Clipman. Open jumper. Yes. He hits it. It's a three. Trey Jones to the basket. Missed it. Rebound Bobby Clipman. Ahead to Paul Reed. Trying to get to the basket. Lays it in. Count that baby and a foul.
Chopping a considerable amount of that off to end this quarter. I want to hurry to get this quarter over to the Pistons. Yeah. You want to finish strong.
6-0 run for Chicago. Chaz Lanier from way downtown.
There you go.
Buries it to Dennis Jenkins. Inside for Bobby Clipman. Caught it in the air. Never really got a hold of it. And couldn't finish. On the other end, Herder off the glass and good. Couldn't. Swatted by Patrick Williams, and the Bulls get one from the corner from Okoro. Saved by Buzelis. Forecourt to Herder. Stop and go by Herder. Up and good. 97-90. Buzelis to the basket though on the other end. Switched hands and laid it in. Nice job.
He's got to be made to pick that. Somebody's got to step up. A couple of guys and be extraordinary here for the Pistons to get this done.
Okoro's 2 free throws. Pistons inside for Paul Reed. Grabbed. He scores. Isumu with a drive and a miss. Pistons tap it outside to Ron Holland. To the basket against Herder. And he jams. Trey Jones. Top side to Vukovic. Vuce. Inside to Patrick Williams. Got him a dunk. He has 5 fouls. Dennis Jenkins drives and misses. Paul Reed with a rebound. Back up. 98 Pistons. Trey Jones to the basket. Scored over Dennis Jenkins. Gives to Javonte Green. Pass in front. Tough one to catch. Paul Reed couldn't handle it. Buzelis the other way to the basket. And he got
passes it low so just his receiver can get it. That's what it looked like Dennis Jenkins did a minute ago for Paul Reed. He put it low on the ground.
Here's Duncan Robinson from downtown. He drains it.
Limit to one shot and get a rebound.
Trey Jones to Vucevic. Vucevic with a soft hook. Hangs on the iron and falls.
Even though he struggled, he's still dangerous, folks.
Very dangerous. Dennis Jenkins bounces to Paul Reed. Paul Reed facing hook, and he hit it. Javonte Green with a rebound to Duncan Robinson. Forecourt to Karis LeVert. Faked the pass. Went to the rim. Laid it up. Laid it in. Gives to Paul Reed, who's, let's say it, he's been brilliant in this one. Dennis Jenkins way outside for Duncan Robinson, and he triples. Duncan Robinson doing what he does best. Since the Bulls closed it within one, it's a 21-10 Piston run. Turnover. Scooped up. Javonte Green with a double clutch jam. Why not? If this is a win, it'll be an improbable win. But gutty and gritty. Whoop, a swipe by Herder. To the basket for a score. Now Herder comes to double. Nice bounce inside. For Paul Reed. Great reverse glasser for Paul. Williams misses. Paul Reed rebounds. And that's it.